Good Sunday morning. I hope y'all all had a good night's rest and y'all getting up and getting ready to get the day started. I know that I certainly am and my husband is, and we just trying to get ready to get to church and all these different things. But I'm going to put on some country ribs today. That's what we're going to be cooking, and I thought I'd share this recipe with you. I'm going to fix these in a crock pot. And so what I have here, I've got probably anywhere from 4 to 5 pounds of the country ribs, because I'll be feeding, different ones today. And so what I'm going to be putting on these ribs is I've got coarse salt, I've got brown sugar, I've got black pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. And I'm going to pour this all on the meat. I'm going to kind of mix it together and pour it all on the meat, and I'm going to massage these ribs in that. I've got them washed and got them ready to be massaged in and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these seasonings on this meat, and I'm going to let them marinate for just a little while I finish getting ready before I put them in the crock pot. And I'll show you the rest of the recipe then. But I'm going to go ahead and rub these spices in on this meat and get them flavored up for today. I like to cook ribs on the grill, but this heat outside and all this, I just can't handle it today. So we're just going to do it on the inside in our crock pot. Y'all use those crock pots for dinners a lot? I like to put stuff on in it. It helps to get things done when you're really busy, and you just put it on and just leave it. But you just take and just rub that and spices in on your meat really good. Make sure they get all good and covered. And let them soak up in flavors. I used a little bit more of the spice than what the recipe calls for, because I've got, a little bit more meat. And but I will put, at the end, I'll have these recipe, the ingredients in the comments, and so that way y'all know how much. But you just want to get all that rubbed in that meat really good. Flavoring that meat. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let this marinate, and then I'll get back to you in a little bit for the rest of it. Hi guys, we're back with our ribs, and I have let those ribs marinate for a couple of hours, and now we're ready to start the process of getting them on and get them cooking. So first off, I'm going to take, and I've got 2 onions that I'm slicing up in the bottom of my crock pot, and I'm going to make the layer of onions and keep it on the bottom, because that's what our ribs is going to lay on while they're cooking. We'll hurriedly get these sliced up and get it separated. I hope that y'all had a good Sunday service and y'all ready to eat. Our little dinner will probably be a little bit later on. It won't be a real early lunch today. Everybody kind of likes to eat later on, and my husband had to make a run with his brother to the hospital, and so to visit some more of their family. So we all remember his family in prayers. I'm not going to go into details, but it's really a serious situation right now. So y'all just y'all remember them in prayer. God knows their names, and He knows the need, and we just ask that you be praying. So I got my ribs here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this bowl out of my crock pot bowl out of the way, and I'm going to take some yellow mustard. And I didn't have no powdered. It takes, this recipe calls for powdered mustard, but I didn't have any. And I just had just regular mustard. So I'm going to take and I'm going to massage some of this mustard in on this meat. Work as like a little binder in a way to go along with all those spices that we put on it. I put probably a good couple of tablespoons. Got it rubbed in on it. All right, let me wash my hands. I'll be right back. Hold on. From there, I'm going to add tablespoon. I'm going to put, calls for a tablespoon, but since I've got more ribs, I'm going to put like a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, because mine is a little bit more than 2 pounds. So I'm going to put probably about a tablespoon and a half. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So like I said, I'm doubling this recipe because I got more ribs. So I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of that. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of the liquid smoke. And I'm going to put 1 cup of chicken broth. And you know, I believe this would be good instead of chicken broth to use apple juice. I believe that would have been real good. I wish that I would have thought about it and I would have had my apple juice sitting out and we'd just use it instead of chicken broth. But anyway, I'm going to pour that over the ribs. And we're going to just I'm just going to kindly move the ribs around in this bowl a little bit and let it get soaked up on it because I'm fixing to pour it all in the crock pot here. Okay, all looks like it's on there real good. So what you do, you just take and layer your ribs onto your crock pot. And we're going to pour them juices all over it. So just put them ribs down in the bottom of that crock pot. Ooh, there was 2 of them together. Boy, some big old meaty ribs. I love my little crock pot about cooking stuff in. And this one of mine, it really cooks fast. If you, especially on high, you have to watch it sometimes because mine, it'll cook so fast, it'll burn the food. But you cook these on low for 4 to 6 hours. I'm going to start mine out on high for a little while and get them cooking good. And, you know, cut it down. But you take and pour all that juice, that marinade on top of your ribs. Try and get all that flavor. Use this spatula right here to scrape all that out with and get all that seasoning. These little things right here are the best little scrapers to get all your ingredients out of a bowl and stuff. So what I'm going to do is, I got my crock pot plugged up. I'm going to put the lid on this and get it going. And like I said, you cook them on low for 4 to 6 hours. I'm going to start mine on high to get it cooking faster, and then I'll turn mine down. But I hope you enjoy this recipe, and I hope you'll use it. But at the end, there's another little step that you can do to them, and I'll show it to you when we get there. Hey guys, I was just going to show you the end results of these ribs, how tender. I cooked them in the crock pot for, I don't know, about 5 hours, I guess, and they just fall off the bone tender. And the flavor is just wonderful. It's got that, it had the best flavor to it. They was juicy, they're not dried out. It's a different alternative on grilling your meat, but you wonder what you could do with these leftovers. And you could, tomorrow, I can break it apart and add a little bit more barbecue sauce on it and put it over top of baked potatoes or make barbecue sandwiches out of them. It's just really good meaty ribs, these country ribs was. And it beats the heat out of, if you can't stand being out in the heat and it's so hot and everything, it sure does make it easier to fix them in the crock pot, you know, in a pinch. But anyway, I hope that y'all enjoy this recipe, and I hope that you'll use it. And y'all have a great night, and we'll talk with you later on.